Before any human being was there to look, ice flowed over the land. It carved the earth into peaks and into prairies that rolled with the wind. After the last glacier melted, rivers like the Platte poured out of the mountains and wandered across the plains. Meanwhile, the sun had uncovered what is known as the Front Range of Colorado. Along with a rainbow of flowers sprung up the blue, white, and gold of the columbine. As far as the eye could see, the buffalo roamed. About 20 miles north of Fort Collins, Colorado, stands a hill that hides the valleys nestled against the Rocky Mountains. As the first settlers rode over the crest of this hill, spurring and racing their horses, they saw the Front Range unfold. High in their saddles, they could scan a panorama from the mouth of the Poudre Canyon to the ridges of Long's Peak. They opened the way for those who followed in the ruts of the Overland Trail. In their visions loomed the communities of Fort Collins, Loveland, Longmont, and Estes Park. Instinct told them that the land contained the resources to make their dreams come true. Coal, wood, and water would give them heat and light. And they sweated long and hard to release these resources locked in the land. To keep alive the heritage and the dreams of the pioneers, the people of the Front Range today rely on a principle of the frontier. Power comes from the land. With the free spirit of the West, a group of people in 1966 decided to provide their own electricity for their towns and cities. They formed the Platte River Municipal Power Association. This nonprofit corporation would supply the wholesale electrical energy to Estes Park, Fort Collins, Loveland, and Longmont. Later, the lawmakers of Colorado declared the association to be a governmental entity and a political subdivision of the state of Colorado. And the founders gave the association a new name. Henceforth, it would be called the Platte River Power Authority. To take care of its customers as soon as possible, Platte River obtained electrical energy from two sources, the hydro projects of the federal government and the Yampa Project, a coal-fired plant near Craig, Colorado. Later on, the lawmakers gave to Platte River the authority to build its own coal-fired power plant, known as the Rawhide Energy Station. The plant generates 255 megawatts of electrical energy. Located on 2,800 acres of prairie, 20 miles north of Fort Collins, it began operating in 1984. But long before they broke ground at Rawhide, Platte River people planned to make sure that their customers would have the best possible source of electrical energy. They sat down with the environmentalists to discuss the impact of the project on the community. And they asked the public to speak out, pro or con. To show they listened, they installed the best equipment to keep the air at Rawhide as clean as possible. Today, a herd of buffalo grazes on the site, proving that harmony does exist between wildlife and this coal-fired power plant. As the pioneers, the people at Platte River looked to the land for the resources for power. Ready to be released from the Earth's crust, there lies buried in the West billions of tons of coal. Where covered wagons had creaked along, railroads hauled the coal from mines in Wyoming to the Rawhide Energy Station. Burning hot and fast, this low-sulfur coal fires the boiler at the power plant. Another natural resource for power is water, clean and cool. Because water is scarce, people must build dams to store it and lay pipelines to transport it where it will do the most good. Water from the rivers of the Colorado, the Big Thompson, and the Poudre ends up at Rawhide. To compensate nature for this gift, the Platte River Power Authority uses the power plant's cooling lake as a habitat for wildlife that attracts golden eagles, Canada geese, and blue-teal ducks. To maintain the balance between nature and the demands for electrical energy requires the efforts of people who are close to the land and close to the people who live on it. These people are the employees at Platte River. They are your friends and neighbors with the same desires that you have for a better life. What they bring to the community are the skills to make it possible through electrical energy. Rain or shine, they maintain the transmission lines. Around the clock, they are at the controls. And a day does not pass when they are not searching for better and more economical ways to serve their customers. When they have to roll up their sleeves or get dirty, they do it. They dump the coal, they drive the trucks, and they even feed the buffalo. Accountants, engineers, storekeepers, operators, dispatchers, technicians, typists, welders. More than 80 types of jobs keep the utility moving, all working together, doing what they want and have to do so you can have the electricity for your toaster, typewriter, and TV. According to its charter, Platte River's Board of Directors must consist of members of the community with the same desires of the people they represent. They are the electric utility director and a city council member from each city that owns Platte River. And they have set a standard. Everyone at Platte River Power Authority must pull together all the time to serve the community. Those who produce the electricity and those who benefit from it have to share a heritage, a respect for the earth. They know that on the land and under it are resources reserved for centuries, which people can tap to produce electrical energy. Energy for a good life. That is why there is the Platte River Power Authority, the dream, the vision come true for the people who care for the land.